Danny from Fightful. You mentioned in an interview this year that your contract is up at the end of the year. I just wanted to touch base about that and ask if you had any kind of immediate aspirations for 2024 coming up.
Yeah, obviously that's a big deal, and not just in wrestling, just in life. Your contract being up, it's a very big deal. And I just want to prove over this next year that I can be an asset. I'm somebody that can be built around, and I think I've been doing that for the past month or so.
Great.
Hi, Krista from Fightful here. You in the Continental Classic was amazing, phenomenal, even though you lost. I want to ask you going forward, are you going to be giving dance classes? Because we all love you dancing. And also, do you think people will put more respect on your name now, considering the performance you had throughout the entire tournament?
Probably no dance classes in the near future, but I definitely think more people have been able to see what I can do over the past month. I think when I came into AEW, I was given a lot of big opportunities right off the bat, and I'm very grateful for it. And like I said, opportunity here gets harder and harder to come by every week. The roster gets bigger and bigger, and I think it's great. I think competition is amazing, but it means that you get less opportunity. And I went a year where I was hungry for opportunity, and I just wanted more. And the Continental Classic is something that there's nothing more valuable being a TV wrestler than being able to wrestle 5 weeks on TV in a row, and to be able to show what I can do 5 weeks in a row, night in, night out, against some of the best wrestlers in the world. I think that's crazy valuable. That's worth millions and millions of dollars. I definitely think I was able to show more people what I can do, and I hope people more respect my name since then. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Yeah, I hope so.
With the wrestling is over now, this is another two-part question, one for Danny and also one for Tony in regards to, and almost kind of the same thing. Over the 5 weeks of the Continental Classic, there was a couple of features that we don't really see on AEW TV that much, and that's some of the YouTube videos of kind of showing you after your defeats and after your win, and kind of growing, basically. Because again, when you first came in, you were just basically, you were part with 2.0. You came in basically and then kind of morphed with the JS, but this was really the first time we were able to really kind of see the real Daniel Garcia, especially after those matches. Do you feel that that's a part that you're very happy that you're able to go ahead and show to the audience? And then for Tony, in regards to, we obviously it was a big success with what they did, and with all the videos and everything. Are we going to see more of that integrated into the program? Because again, I really do feel that it was a major step to kind of almost go with the wrestler on their journey through the tournament as Danny did.
Absolutely. You want to go first?
Yeah, I was personally just sick of pretending. I feel like that's kind of our jobs as performers. But I was sick of putting up a front all the time. I was sick of trying to be a tough guy, trying to put on the front for the camera, like whenever it was in front of me. The first time I did that interview, it was after my match with MJF in Portland, which I flew my mom out for. So afterwards it was just true real emotion. It was how I was feeling. It was something that it was my first big opportunity in a couple months at AEW. So all that was just true emotion. And then I think after that promo, after that little clip, they saw the success of that, and they started getting more and more after the Continental Classics. They kept getting me for videos afterwards. And every time, it was just my immediate thoughts. It wasn't anything that I planned to say. It wasn't any narrative that I was trying to push, like any storyline or anything. It was just how I was feeling. And I think that's when I've been at my most successful, when I show you guys how I'm really feeling. I think we're all human beings with real emotions and with real feelings, and that's just what I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to show you guys that I'm not a tough guy all the time. I'm not somebody who just dances. I'm not somebody who is perfect all the time. I'm an imperfect person, like we all are. And that's just what I wanted to show you guys. We are, we feel stuff too. I'm sick of putting up a front, and I'm not going to do it anymore.
Another question over here.
And then, by the way, I was just finishing out Corey's question there. I do think, yes, it added a lot to the show, and I expect to see more of those kinds of promos. The stuff we shoot after the matches is fantastic, and I think that we've built a good cadence too, because what we did very frequently was show some of the promos from the Collision Blue League matches on Dynamite. We showed some of the promos from the Dynamite Gold League matches on Collision and got kind of a good cadence to build from show to show and film those promos after the matches and then ran them in the next show, promoting show to show. And I thought we built something very nice there, and I'd love to see that continue. You know, some of these great promos after great matches on Dynamite, seeing those on Collision, great promos after matches on Collision, seeing those on Dynamite. I think it's a great way to link the shows up and also capture, really, like Daniel said, these real moments and hear from these great wrestlers after these great matches, these great moments. And I think it can help the wrestlers, and also it's great for the storytelling. And we have a great backstage crew. They do a great job filming these interviews, and you know, that was some of the great content outside of the ring on the Continental Classic, which I also think was a great product in the ring.
And I personally just love very stripped down things. So I think it's really cool, you know, just going to the back in an actual environment, and you know, it's just you and the camera. It's no interviewer, it's no LED lights. It's just a very stripped down version of a television show. And I think that's all this needs to be sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes it's all it needs to be.
Hey, Chris Welch from The Verge. Tony, can you talk about Fight Forever for a minute? It seems like your plan is not to put out like a new game every year, so it seems. So like, what does 2024 look like? Just when it comes to the games, like he's not in the games, we're not in the games. Like, what are your plans for 2024 when it comes to Fight Forever and like that whole division at large, AEW games?
Great question. So there are some top stars, some great examples. I think we're going to continue adding stars and doing downloadable packs and featuring more people in the game. But I think those are great examples of people that we could utilize, great people would want to see in the game in the future. We'll continue adding people for Fight Forever. It's our first ever video game release. It's been distributed all over the world. We've sold so many copies and continued the sales through the holiday season. And that was our beginning of AEW games as far as a console game launch. We've launched other properties before that, but that was certainly our most ambitious project. And now I think it's the beginning. And certainly I think we will be supporting Fight Forever for a really, really long time. And the next time we come back, I expect someday in the future we would come back with a console game. But for the foreseeable future, all of the resources really into keeping Fight Forever and you know, really updating that game and doing the best we can with people who bought Fight Forever, adding the great names, keeping it current.
A couple more for Daniel.
Carlos Montosa, Flex Sessions. Talking about mental health, and I know that there's a lot of people watching us right now. What are those things that you do that you can recommend to those people doing and help them out? Because we know sometimes they get stuck and they get depressed and they don't know how to get out of that dark place. How are you able to manage that and be yourself and just let it go?
Yeah, I'm no mental health expert. My advice isn't probably the best. It's something that I still work on every single day. But I think the best advice I could give is just be open and honest with yourself and open and honest with others. Like, be vulnerable with what you're going through. Don't try to fool yourself into thinking you're okay when you're clearly not. And don't try to, you know, present that you're okay to others when you're not. I think it's good to just be honest and be vulnerable. I think the world would be a much better place if everyone was a little bit more honest and sincere with their feelings.
Hi, Daniel.
Hey, Kimmy.
So, back at Forbidden Door, you tweeted that your one goal this year was to get on a pay-per-view. And not only did you get on another one, you won. Now, what does it feel like to finally get your big pay-per-view win?
Man, it feels so cool. I went through like a long streak where I wasn't on a pay-per-view. I did Double or Nothing in Vegas, Anarchy in the Arena, then I went about a full year. I did Forbidden Door this past summer, and now I'm doing Worlds End here in Long Island. And to get the win, it feels great. Like I said, I just want to be somebody who proves that can be built around. I feel like I'm a person who, you know, I can be a system player. I'm somebody that you can like plug in and can do kind of like every little job. But I am somebody that can do the job. I am somebody that can do the highest job of the company at a very high level. I think I can do everything at a very high level. And I just want to prove that. I want to prove it to all you guys. I want to prove it to Tony. I want to prove it to everybody in the locker room. I'm somebody that wants to fight for everybody who loves AEW. It's not just for myself. I want to fight for everybody who loves this product as much as I do.
Thank you.
So it feels great.
Great.
Really great. Really great.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, Dan.
And thank